Hello everyone, welcome to this music lesson video. Today we are going to do a video on preparing for a music lesson, but it can also be preparing for a Zoom meeting, preparing for a presentation that you have to do, an emergency I'm stressed video. It's going to involve some breathing exercises and then some stretches that are actually specifically for the violin and viola, which is what I teach. I'm also learning the harp. Anyway, there's times in our lives where we need to do something, and sometimes we just experience a lot of stress and pressure, usually from our own minds rather than the outside world, but sometimes it can come from the outside world too, but often it's just all in here. And so what we're going to do is we're going to quell that and be able to actually focus on what it is that we want to do. And just a reminder that you already know this, but it's easier to learn things when we have a good time. So just try and take your foot off of the you need to be perfect button and just allow yourself to be curious, learn, enjoy the process, and just have an enjoyable time, whether it's learning an instrument or having to do something for others. We all just like to have a good time. So what we're going to start with is a breathing exercise. There's lots of breathing exercises out there. We're going to do one that you inhale for 4 counts, you're going to hold it for 7, and you're going to exhale slowly for 8. And we're going to do that 4 times. I'm going to put the metronome on in the background. It's going to help us with that. And then we're going to do some stretching exercises too. And by the end of this, you will feel fabulous and all set to do whatever it is that you need to do in the world. So here we go. Here's the metronome in the background. So we're going to inhale for 4, hold for 7, exhale for 8, and I will count us in. 2, 3, 4, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, in, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and that is it for our little breathing. Now the book I'm using, I don't know if it's in print anymore, but I have used it in the past. I usually use it for our group classes. Stretching for strings. We're going to do the Violin brev. Okay, so you can do it sitting down. What we're going to do is we're going to do some great big arm circles. And as you're doing these, we're getting the blood flowing in the body. We're saying goodbye to all of our woes for a little bit and just gonna feel good and feel confident and happy and ready to do whatever it is we need to do. Get our mojo back, Let's do the other arm. So just turn to the other side if you need, and great big arm circles. And it's nice to stretch out, because there's not to sound too woo-woo, but I am a little woo-woo. There's just energy that gets stuck in our body. We just need to let it go. And often we hold a lot of tension in our shoulders, right? When we get nervous, we do this, we get smaller. So doing big shoulder circles like this, arm circles, it just kind of loosens all that stuff out. And while you're doing this, just make sure you take some deep breaths as well. All right. So we could do that for a long time, but we're going to do some shoulder circles. I'm not a big fan of doing forward shoulder circles, so you can kind of do whatever you want to do. I'm just going backwards. Let's do a couple more of these. Just letting go. What will be, right? Okay, this is one of my favorites. We're going to squeeze the shoulders up to the ears and then press them back. So we're gonna squeeze that for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds and relax. Do you feel all that tension just melt away? We're gonna do that 2 more times. So ready? We're gonna go up to the ears, and then we're gonna pinch the shoulder blades back. Hold that for 5 seconds, squeeze them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just let it go. All right. By the way, it's fall over here, so I've got this magical golden pumpkin here. Isn't that lovely? Distractions. Okay, one more time. So up to your ears. Squeeze them together. Let's pinch them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna just let it go. There we are. We're gonna turn the page. Okay, this is the virtual hug. So I'm sending you a hug. You send me a hug. We're all gonna feel so good. Let's just sway to the side, sway side to side. It's okay. Everything is okay. You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna have a fabulous time. Okay, let's point our elbows up to the ceiling and just kind of lean backwards a little bit. Okay, looking up. And maybe looking down. You can kind of touch your knees, right? Just lean down, stretch out your spine. Take a breath there. And then we'll come up. By the way, we could spend much more time. Let's take one arm in front, and with the other arm, we're gonna just pull it forward. So we could spend more time with all of these, but we probably have many things to do today. So we're just gonna do a very quick little stretchy stretch. And you know, it's always good to stretch before and after you play, according to this book. But I have to say that I'm not always good at doing that. Let's do that one more time. So back to the other arm. The other thing is, you know, when you're stretching, remember we started with those big arm circles, we got the blood moving. Let's switch arms. It's always good to, you know, kind of warm up the body before you start stretching. And so far we've really been just stretching out our shoulders and arms, right? So that's where we hold so much tension. All right, let's do our little neck rolls or neck circles. So what we're gonna do is lean our neck to the side. Just look to the side, all coy-like you're not sure what to think. Let's go to the other side. Looking from the other direction, right? And then we're gonna look up. Let's lean backwards. And then we'll lean forwards. Maybe do a little neck roll or something, little head circle. Okay. All right, this one, we're gonna clasp our hands behind our back here and we're gonna pull. Okay, snap, pop. So let's pull those back. You might need to stand up, okay? I'm gonna just sit down because I don't want you to have to stare at my stomach. So anyway, you can move around, you can lean forward, you can lean backwards. You can do that a few times if you'd like to. This is such a good one, opening up the chest as well. There we go. Remember, we're gonna breathe. We're almost done. Hang in there. We're gonna do our triceps. So arm behind, hand on the back, and just squeeze together. Okay. See, aren't you feeling better already? So confident. It's gonna go perfectly. And you know what? You're gonna have a great time. You're gonna learn something. And you're gonna have, whether you're in your music lesson, you're gonna have fun learning something on your violin or viola or on your harp or whatever instrument it is that you play, or if you're gonna do your presentation, let's do some little wrist circles. This is the one I call, I don't care about any of my problems right now, so we're gonna just let all the problems just go away, and you can hear my wrists cracking. Oh, okay. Little musical instruments. How about the other way? The other way. Just letting go of stuff, you know, letting go of that little rigid energy that's there and filling it up with fabulous energy, right? Okay, we're gonna squeeze our fingers together. So press them together, and this just kind of, you know, we're spreading the tendons apart. Just be gentle though, you don't want to overly do things. So just opening up that energy in the hand as well. Okay. Maybe let's point the fingers away, see what that feels like. And then we can point the fingers towards us, opposite way. And the last two exercises, we're gonna grab the apple. So stretch to the side, stretch to the other side. You can feel that stretch along your side, lean to the side, and try and grab the apple. Try and grab that little apple that's there. A few more of these. All right, there we go. And then we're gonna shake it out. Okay, before you go, let me just remind you of a few things. Whether you're doing your lesson or something on the computer, it's really helpful to make sure that you have your setup right so that you can do everything that you need to do. Try and give yourself about 15 minutes before everything starts to just sit there and you look over your papers, you get your music together, you have your pencil there, you have all your things, you have your crystal and your magical pumpkin and all that stuff that you have. So get yourself together, and you could even tune your instrument or whatever you need to do. You can kind of tune things up a bit, but having good lighting is helpful, making sure that everything's plugged in and fully charged and whatnot. And you can even check and see if you're in your field of vision, like if you can turn on your camera and see where you are in the picture, that would be a good thing to do. Check the sound. If it's your very first lesson, I would say maybe give yourself like an hour of, setup time if you can, or I like to just take my time. So maybe an hour is way too much time for some of you, but you don't want to like rush. You want to relax and you want to have a nice, enjoyable time, right? So with that, here's a little harp for you. And I'll see you all very soon. Thanks for watching.